I'm Myla from Wegen. I'm originally from the Netherlands, but I moved to Switzerland because I love being in the mountains. And I brought this sleeping bag. It's an old mammoth sleeping bag, and it was originally from my parents, and they gave it to me when I moved to Canada for half a year, when I was planning on doing a lot of adventures in the mountains, and they said they didn't use it or they didn't need it as much anymore. So they gave it to me, and honestly, since then, I've only been using it on my adventures. So it started in Canada, where I slept in minus 13 degrees, and I was very happy with this one to keep me warm and safe. And then even here in Switzerland, going into the mountains, building an ice cave, and then sleeping in this one definitely keeps me warm, and it always remembers me of my parents and of my mom, and I always try to send them a picture when I'm in this one. And it's, yeah, as you can see, it's quite old. They took super good care. They even made some like small repairs, I think. Completely different material, but it works. In Seyon, where basically our headquarters is located, that's where we have all our designers, product managers. That's where the designs are born. We also do tests, like material tests, trying to see which have the best quality, which are most durable. When the materials are chosen, we have designers who start working on the design. When the designs are made, we send our online files basically to the suppliers. They are mostly in Asia. In the factories, they make our garments, and then the first prototypes they ship to us, so we can really feel and see them by hand and have them tested in the field. From all these feedback and requirements things, we try to iterate and get the product that in the end will be produced in bulk. And that takes about 2 years, I think. It's a long process. In the design process, very important to take into account basically what is happening during the life of the product and also after. And that's something that we are more and more trying to incorporate into our designs. So how can we make them more repairable? For example, one thing that is breaking quite often is the front zipper, because we have such complicated and minimalistic, like sleek-looking designs, that if you have to replace the zipper and take out the zipper and put a new one in, there's such a tiny amount of fabric left to sew it back that it's sometimes almost impossible to do this. So that's something we try to do now, like these aspects into the design, give more seam allowance. Yeah, I think, of course, the best thing in the end is not to send your product for repair, but try to repair it yourself. Because most repairs, such as this one, it's really easy. My parents repaired this long time ago, and it's still here, so it works. I have some Gore-Tex patches at home, which I can stick on everything. But I must say this patch is not as good as this patch, because it's already starting to come off a little bit. Have to ask my parents about this one. I think it's a dilemma for every consumer or every producer also, and it goes a lot through my head as well, that we want to sell, of course, our products, but in the end we also know that our products are polluting and they're adding greenhouse gas emissions to the environment, and we're taking natural resources which are, of course, not unlimited. And it's on us, I think, to really then focus on finding ways to make products which are not polluting the environment, like zero emission products with materials that don't have an impact at some point. In the end, everyone or mountain lovers will need to have gear for in the mountains, so completely stopping the business is not really an option, but we can make sure to do it in the most resourceful way possible. Yeah, and taking really good care of your products, repairing them when possible, and then maybe the next generations can use your sleeping bag.